Good morning. So today I was going to do another SlowBurn class. I have a playlist available on Spotify. It just says 4/6 SlowBurn because today is April 6th. Today is, I believe it's Monday. I'm going to have blocks next to my mat. They're not really ingrained into this practice at all. They're just there just in case. We're going to do some half moons and revolved half moons. It's kind of nice to have a block for those. Also might work on that float through to seated. So if you have blocks, bring them next to your mat. And for stretching at the end, we will use, unless you're highly flexible, we will use some kind of strap. If I just have my husband's belt here. If you can't find something that seems like a strap, a towel will work, anything. Just so you can kind of use it to find your way into a deeper stretch at the end of class. We'll do that, I call it Utthita Hasta Panagustasana, reclining on our backs. So I have my music next to me, my water, and I have my AirPod in my ear so I can go along with the music with you guys, but any background music will work for this. Especially with SlowBurn, it's just nice to have that nice rhythm in the background, but it's not like super connected with the rhythm of the class. So any music, if you don't have Spotify, no worries. So we are going to begin in a seated meditation. So if you want to grab your strap, grab your blocks if you have some, a water, turn on the heat, and meet me seated on your mat. Any seated pose works. Once you get there, close your eyes. Gently tuck your chin, feel yourself get tall up through the spine. Maybe take a few deep breaths. Just going to work to kind of ground ourselves this morning. I don't know about you, it was kind of a tough week to find motivation. We just live in such a weird moment. But when things seem really stressful or dire or difficult to accept or to deal with, the best thing you can do is just ground yourself to find your way into what this present moment is actually offering you so that you can find that calm state. Because in this present moment, right here, right now, you are safe. You are calm. You are grounded. So take a moment to just kind of notice how you're feeling and to use your breath as a focus to calm the mind. Give yourself a few more rounds of breath. What do you notice? Can you feel your whole body breathing here? Maybe think about what you're grateful for. Just becoming present, changing your mindset. Just pause. Just breathe. Accept the reality of the moment you're in, right here in your personal space that you've created in your home for your practice. I'm going to go ahead and start that playlist right here. If you want to join me, press play, sit tall again, and take a few more rounds of breath. And then we're just going to add a little boxed breathing. Any breathing exercise is just a way to really find a focal point for yourself. It creates calmness, lowers the blood pressure, brings you back to that present moment. So I want you to, for the count of 4, this box breathing, we'll use a count of 4. So as you inhale to the count of 4, 3, 2, 1, hold that inhale at the top. 3, 2, 1. Release through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold the exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Then fill up with breath for 4, 3, 2, 1. We hold at the top. Release for 4. Through the nose, let all that breath go. The end of that exhale, hold at the bottom. Hold the exhale. To the count of 4, inhale for 4. Find this box breathing. Find your own rhythm. Inhale for 4, hold at the top. Exhale for 4, hold at the bottom. Notice how it may be a little more difficult to hold when you're emptied out than when you're full. Just notice that. Take a moment just to create this boxed breathing. Feel how it calms the mind and the body. Nowhere to be, nowhere to go. Just here with your breath. Not to create any tension in your shoulders or your jaw, but just find that control in your breathing. Take one more round of an inhale, one more round of an exhale. When you finish holding that exhale out, let your next breath come in and out through your nose, inhaling in and then exhaling out. Get rid of that breath retention. Just let your full yogi breath turn on. Filling up with the inhale, emptying out with the exhale. Feeling the rise and fall of your body, that whole body breathing. When you're ready, on an inhale, reach the arms up overhead. And as you exhale, just press those palms together. Bring the hands down to heart center. If you want to listen to my voice today and keep those eyes closed throughout your practice, this is definitely available in this practice we'll do today. Opening the eyes and just moving freely, just finding connection with your breath. It's just completely fine as well. Take another inhale, reach those arms up. This time as we exhale, let's take a twist to the right. Bring those hands down, get tall, inhale again, exhale, twist deeper, look behind that right shoulder. Back through center, reach up, find length, and then exhale, take that twist to the left. Take an inhale here, get taller in your seat, and exhale, twist deeper. As you come back through center, go ahead and just bring those hands behind your hips. You're going to press into the palms. Legs are crossed. Just lift the hips up. Open up the front of the shoulders, the heart, the throat. Let the head drop back. And then exhale, bring the seat to the floor. Plant your feet. We'll take reverse table just a little bit deeper into that heart opener. Maybe a little sway from side to side. Notice what's happened to your breath as we begin to move. Come back to that really deep connection with it. Go ahead and drop your hips. Cross your ankles. We're just going to find tabletop pose onto those hands and knees at the front of your mat. Go ahead and line the knees up under your hip points. Really plant the palms. Start to move with that breath. Inhale, cat pose, or cow pose, sorry. Exhale, cat pose. Round out the back. Pull that belly up. Lengthen, strengthen, deepen your breath. In and out through your nose. So if you want to add anything else here, some hip circles or swaying those hips from side side to side. Just kind of get into your spine. Find a way to make a connection with breath. Maybe cats and cows are just going to be what you work with today before we find our way to that first downward facing dog. So whatever you need, take a few more rounds of breath, a little more movement. When you're ready, go ahead and tuck your toes and lift your hips, extend back to that first downward facing dog. Notice how it feels. Bend the knees, sway the hips, shake your head, and some movement into it. Close your eyes, feel your breath moving through your body. Start to press through both heels toward the floor. Really press into your palms from fingertips to heels of the hands. Nice equal pressure. Feel your chest get closer to your thighs, the crown of your head closer to the floor. We don't need to tuck our chin necessarily or look out in front of us. Instead, find length through the back of your neck. One more inhale, fill up. And as you exhale, just start to walk your feet to the front of your mat. Find a forward fold. When you get there, take that inhale, lengthen through your tailbone and the crown of your head. Get a nice flat back here. Maybe press the palms into the shins. And as you do, feel yourself get long. Exhale, fold in, release. Take those feet a little wider, maybe hip distance. Grab opposite elbows and a little sway from side to side. Notice any tension through the backs of the legs. If it feels really tight this morning, maybe soften those knees. Sometimes they call this gorilla pose. If you drop your fingertips toward your toes, you can kind of feel that gorilla in the posture here. It's kind of little bounce, little sway. On your next inhale, we're going to take an open twist to the right. So that left fingertip's going to stay down. Bend the left knee. Straighten the right leg and reach up through the right hand. Let your gaze follow the stretch. Exhale through center. Inhale, open twist to the left. Fill up with breath. And as you exhale, fold back in. Soften the knees. Inhale, rise up nice and slow all the way to standing. Reach the arms overhead. Press the palms together. And exhale, seal it in again, hands to heart. Pause here. So anytime we get overwhelmed in life, in our practice, it's important to find the pause, to bring yourself back into the present moment. So just know that pause, whatever it means to you, child's pose, standing at the front of your mat, seated meditation, it's available through this whole hour. Anytime you need it, take it, find it. When you feel ready, come back to your practice. Come back to the postures, the movement. Deep breath in and out. Take an inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Grab that left wrist with your right hand. Pull up to the sky and then over to the right. Keep that left shoulder pulling open. Lift your gaze like you're sniffing your armpit. Kind of what it feels like. Come back through center with an inhale, get tall, reach up, and then exhale over to the left. Inhale, center. If it feels good, bend the elbows, open the heart, look up. And as you exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. Slow and controlled here, half lift, nice flat back. And then plant the hands, step back to that first plank pose. It's always nice to pause in this first one to check in, to notice how it feels for you today. Are you feeling strong? Are you feeling a little sluggish? Hardest part is to get onto your mat and just begin. Breathing in and out through the nose, that nice controlled full yogi breath. Gaze past the front of your mat. Drop the hips in line with your shoulders. Strengthen through the legs, lift the belly. One more inhale, fill up. And as you exhale, if you need the knees, take them. If not, keep them lifted. Bend the elbows lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, maybe just small cobra here. And then exhale, tuck the toes, raise the hips. Downward facing dog, here we are again.
As you come back to this posture, it's a great time to pause, to notice how you're feeling, to notice if you've lost any control in your breath, and to come back to it. To begin again. One more inhale. And as you exhale, step, hop, or float to the front of your mat. Half lift when you get there. And then fold back in. Right away this time, take your open twist to the right. And as you exhale through center, inhale to the left. Exhale, fold. Soften those knees. Inhale, slow. Take your time. Rise up. As you rise up, reach up, root down through your feet. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the arms overhead. Take that side bend to the right. Back through center. Take it to the left. Come through center, little back bend here. Exhale, fall in, chest to thighs. Half lift. Plant the hands, step back. Right away this time, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Reset, ground down. One more inhale, and as you exhale, step or hop to the front of your mat. Half lift with the inhale, exhale, fold. Open twist right to left. See if you can begin to let that breath guide you through this. The exhales, we fall in. Inhales, we rise. No rush. Seal it in, hands to heart. Get tall. Take those side bends right to left. Open the heart and fall in. Find your vinyasa, half lift. Plant the hands, maybe hop the feet back this time. Chaturanga, up dog, to downward facing dog. One more time on your own. Find your flow. When you're ready, front of the mat, begin again. Meet me back in downward facing dog. Take your time. Find your twists. Find your side bends. Maybe even close your eyes. As you come back to downward facing dog, I want you to take those feet just a little wider to the outside edges of your mat. Maybe step them in a little closer to your hands as well. Take that right hand, reach back for your left ankle, shin, or thigh. Turn and look under your left armpit. Turn the front of your body to the side of your mat. Deep twist and stretch. Breathe here, pull your belly in. Come back through center, take it to the other side. Every breath, get deeper into that twist. Keep pressing heels toward the floor. And then come back. Downward facing dog. Step your feet in. Just hip distance apart. We're going to shift our weight into the top of a push-up. Come back to that plank pose. Find the pause. So work to find that nice, calm, smooth, long, full yogi breath. And we're going to work really slow with these mountain climbers with that slow, full breath. So take another inhale to really strengthen your plank. As you exhale, we're going to take that right knee and tap the right elbow and then the left elbow. On an inhale, we're going to bring it back to the top of a push-up plank pose. And switch sides. Exhale, left to left, left to right, inhale, step it back. That's already one round, we've got 10. Back to the right side, both elbows tap, and step it back. Find your breath. That's 3, keep it going, guys. So if this is too challenging, take your knees into like a tabletop pose and find those knee squeezers there. You're still gonna get that crunch, that core work. Just if you're kind of lacking that upper body strength or any shoulder issues, feel free to take those knees. We're already halfway there. Finish strong. When it becomes overwhelming, really focus on smoothing out the breath, slowing things down. Last 3. Last 2. Last round, here we go, guys. Right and then left side. Plank pose. Come down, forearm plank. Knees are available here if you need them. Can be that modified plank on our forearms. If you can, stay on your toes. With an inhale, press up, top of a push-up. And as you exhale, come down, forearm plank. Switch which hand you use to press up with an inhale. Exhale, forearm plank. That's already 2. We've got 10 of these. Take your knees if you need them. It's okay. But if you can, keep them lifted. What do you need this morning? What do you need to find the present, to stay grounded, to keep going? Again, we're already halfway there. Finish strong. Last 3 rounds, guys. Don't forget to switch hands. Don't do it with that same hand every time. Last one, you got this. Onto your forearms, forearm plank. Lengthen through your spine. Look past the front of your mat. One more deep inhale here. Exhale. Drop the knees and the pelvis. Woo! Stay on the forearms. Lift your heart. Sphinx pose. Breathe here. Reset. Little back bend. Little heart opener. Come all the way down onto your belly. Turn onto that right cheek. Arms out to a T. One cleansing breath in. Press it out. Go ahead and lift the right leg, bend the knee, open up, roll onto the front of that left shoulder. That right hand can just press into the floor. Back through center. Take it to the other side. Left leg lifts this time. We're just rolling onto the front of that shoulder, getting a nice stretch after all those planks. Just kind of enjoy the moment, enjoy the stretch. Beautiful, you guys. Back onto your bellies. Press your palms under your shoulders. We're going to find our way to a downward facing dog. So maybe press up to that tabletop first. If you need a drink of water, find a drink of water. Meet me in downward facing dog. All right. This is a point in the class where you might want to grab one of those blocks for these half moon poses. Downward facing dog. When you're ready, come back to your breathing. Feel the stretch through that whole back body. Step your feet together in your down dog and lift the right leg high. We're going to bend the knee, open the hip, Look under that right shoulder. If you're craving a back bend here, go ahead and flip your dog. Otherwise, just a nice hip stretch. Reach the knee toward the sky, the heel toward the butt. Open up. Straighten that lifted leg, square your hips. Go ahead and squeeze knee to nose. Hold here, round out the back. You're gonna shift your weight forward so those shoulders go over your wrists. Breathe here, pull the belly in. One more breath, and as you exhale, step that right foot in between the hands. I want you to take your time, find that high lunge. We're gonna come into full crescent. Maybe use your hands to help you rise up. You can square the hips. Gonna find your strong base here with your legs. Strengthening through that back leg, lifting the heel. Deep lunge into that front knee. When you're ready, reach arms up overhead. Send your biceps back behind your ears so that you create that crescent shape with the body here. And then just kind of fall into your breath. Sink into the posture, let it marinate. Lightning bolt, reach those fingers out in front of you. Kind of lengthen through the arms, through the fingertips. Let that chest come low over that right thigh. We're not resting it on it. We're just reaching it in that direction. Just a few more breaths. So we will stay grounded even as we find some lifted postures. If you want to keep your palms on the floor for support, those eyes closed, working through these balancing poses, you can. Or use your gaze if you need it today. One more deep breath in, lengthen. As you exhale, bring the fingertips to the floor. We're going to come into a modified warrior 3. So lifting the left leg behind you, making sure those toes are turning toward the floor. You can stay grounded, keeping those fingertips down, or lift up, reach out in front of you, just like that lightning bolt. I'm going to grab my block, because from this warrior 3, we're going to come into a revolved half moon pose. So bring those that left hand down, maybe to the floor, onto a block. Reach your right arm up toward the sky. Nice twist here. So we're going to work to move with our breath. We might not find that connection today. That's okay. You can slow it down, but maybe with the exhales, we're going to switch hands. Right hand comes down, square, lift that left hip over the right, and reach up through the left hand. This is your inhale. This first time, let's hold here for a minute, but maybe we move through these two poses with our breath. Reset. Soften the face, little bend in that standing knee. Lifted leg is strong. On an exhale, switch hands. Smooth it out. Inhale, right arm reaches. Slow the breath down. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, stack the joints. Back to that revolved half moon. Maybe take a few breaths in each if you need to, or find that one breath, one movement. And if you fall or get wobbly, very understandable. That right leg's working really hard. So if you fall, just come back. Just making sure you're still with me. I'm not on my own here, right, with these half moons. Exhale as you switch hands. Inhale as you extend and lengthen. Keep it going, last couple rounds. Find your own personal flow here, guys. Let your breath guide you. One more time into that half moon pose. Once you get there, hold there just for a breath or two. And then we're going to come to dragonfly twist. So it's back to that revolved, but we're grounding it. That back leg comes down, right hand reaches up. Whew. feeling it in that right hip. Right, guys? Press your left hand into the mat. We're going to come into side plank. If you need your knee, bring it down. Right foot goes back. Reach up. If you can, full side plank here. Maybe a leg lift or an extension. Take it where you need it. If you need to modify, modify. Take care of you. For 3, 2, and 1. Back through center. Take a vinyasa here. Inhale, up dog. Exhale. Whew, downward facing dog. Deep breath in, press it out. Reset. Definitely a lot of difference in that right and left side of the body right now. It's our chance to even out. Find that control in your breath, and when you're ready, feet step together. Left leg lifts, bend the knee, open the hip, or flip it right over. Back through center, straighten the legs, square the hips, knee to nose, squeeze and hold. Feel that cat back in this posture. Pull the belly in. Take a breath. End of the next exhale, step that left foot in between your hands. Take your time, no rush to get to crescent warrior. Maybe those hands kind of walk up onto your thigh. Find the strength in your legs first. When you're ready, arms reach up and back. Settle into your crescent warrior. Find your balance and stability. Use your breath. Use your bandhas. Keep that belly nice and tight. Lightning bolt, reach forward. If you feel that front leg shaking, know that I'm right there with you. It's okay, stay strong. When you feel like you can't hold here another moment, take another breath, see what happens. Reach through the fingertips, lengthen. Modified warrior 3, bring the fingertips to the floor, press into that left foot, lift the right leg. Turn those toes toward the floor, stay here, or lift the arms out in front of you. Warrior 3. Nice and strong. Turn those toes down toward the floor, the ones lifted behind you. Strengthen the leg. Press through the heel. Little micro bend in that standing leg. Let's find that first revolved half moon. Hands to the mat or onto a block. Right hand stays down, left hand reaches up, gaze follows. With your next exhale, switch hands. And as you inhale, stack your joints, reach up. Maybe gaze lifts, maybe it stays down, maybe eyes are closed. You choose today. Let's start to move at the rhythm of our breath. Maybe that means taking 3 rounds in each pose. Maybe it means inhaling, extend. Woo! Exhaling, hands down. Inhaling, other pose. Find what works for you. Move through these 2 postures. Revolved half moon, back to half moon pose. Woo, legs getting tired. One more round. Revolve to that full half moon pose. Pause here. Dragonfly, twist, step back with control. Reach up through that left hand. Feeling it in the outside of that left hip. Find that side plank pose, your version. Might look different than the other side, depending on if you're working with injury, We're just building strength on one side. Lift through the hips. Find your version side plank. Vinyasa with control to child's pose. Woo, let it go. Nice job, you guys. Take your right hand, reach back for your right heel. Rise up onto your knees. Take an inhale, press your hips forward. Reach that left arm up and back. Come all the way through center child's pose. When you're ready, take it on the other side. Swinging camels here. Maybe find breath and movement, or just take a side and pause and breathe into that back bend. When you're ready, to the other side. Take yourself through a few more rounds. When you feel like that back is ready, let's take full camel pose. My personal favorite way to get there is line everything up, hip distance apart, tuck the toes, sit back on the heels. We're going to create the back bend first. A lot of times we tend to put that strain in the low back with our back bends. Any back bend, we want it to come into this upper spine. So if you can stay grounded in this camel, baby camel pose, hands go back to the heels, and just find the back bend by opening the heart, sending the chest toward the sky, opening the throat. Now that you have the back bend, you can unground, lift up, press the hips forward. Now if you have the space, come back down, maybe toes stay untucked. Reach back for the heels, open the heart, find the back bend, and then press up. Chest to the sky, hips to the front, open up. When you're ready, release it. Whew, child's pose, let it go. Maybe get a drink of water or just stay in your child's pose. From that child's pose, I want you to find your way to down dog. We're just going to step or hop or walk into a yogi squat at the front of the mat. So maybe work on hopping those feet wide, sitting right down into that squat. Press the palms together. Get as tall as you can through your spine, and just allow your hips to open up here for a minute. Breathe into that hip space. Close your eyes. Reach your arms out in front of you. Just a little counterbalance here. And we're going to drop those hips down to the mat with control. As you do, straighten the legs and slowly round out the back, rolling all the way down. As you find your way onto your back, lift your legs up toward the sky. Find candlestick pose. So we worked those legs a lot. Maybe my legs are just tired. I went on a long bike ride yesterday. I don't know, Sean, maybe if you had a big run yesterday, those half moons are really going to get you. Or they'll get you tomorrow when you go for your run, right? But it's good. If we feel something, then we're doing it right. If we came here onto our mat and it was easy, and we didn't feel anything, what would be the point, right? We're building strength. We're finding a way to stay calm amidst the chaos. Maybe even here in candlestick, those legs are shaking. That's okay. Keep squeezing those inner thighs together. Go ahead and reach your fingertips up towards your toes. As you lift your shoulders, cross over, reach right fingertips toward left toes. Lift the shoulders, lift the head. And as you exhale, lower. Inhale, cross it, other side. And lower. Actually exhale with the effort as you reach. Inhale as you allow yourself to drop back through center. No need to rush here. Slow and controlled. Just breathing through it. Let's keep with this until it feels like we can't do it another moment. And then we'll just hold on and keep going. Taking one breath at a time. Seeing what happens. Reminding ourselves that we are stronger than we think. Stronger than we know. Keep going. Almost there, guys. Finish strong. If it's easy, reach a little further. Maybe you even touch those toes. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Let it go. Squeeze your knees into your chest. Rock and roll side to side, little hip circles. Give yourself a nice little massage in that low back space. Maybe drop the knees. Give yourself what you need here. Bridge pose, happy baby. Maybe just letting it go for a moment. Letting those knees kind of plop in toward each other. Releasing everything except the breath. Begin again. Reset here. So we're going to rock and roll into a chair pose. So when you're ready, bring those knees in toward your chest. Give them a really big squeeze. And then we're just going to find a little momentum front to back. Eventually, when you get that, all right, I'm going for it, roll forward, plant your feet, rise up, chair pose, chair pose. You can do it. And if it doesn't work out this time, just know that you get stronger just by trying. Each time you come to that, you'll find a little more ease if you keep coming back to it. Just like anything in your practice, when it's challenging, come back to it again and again and again. See how you can find more with it. Sink into those hips, put your weight into your heels, reach up through your fingertips, chair pose. Settle in. Squeeze those inner thighs together. Breathe in, breathe out. Hands to heart center. Sink a little deeper into that chair. Lengthen through your tailbone. Step the left foot to the back of the mat. Find warrior one this time. So that back heel drops, deep lunge in that front leg. Square the hips, reach up. Lift your gaze or close your eyes. Strong back leg. Keep working to square the hips, to deepen the lunge, to create that back bend in the body, upper back, right? Just like crescent, make that shape with your body. Arms to a T. We're going to take that left arm under the right, wrap it around, palms together. Lift the elbows, lift the gaze, and then waterfall down inside that right knee. Let your head drop. Humble warrior, waterfalling in, eagle arms. Go ahead and release the hands. Lift the back heel. Just find a lunge here. Lengthen through the crown of your head. Strengthen the leg behind you. Look forward. Step forward. Find your way to forward fold. Left foot meets the right. Half lift. Fold in, chest to thighs. Heel toe feet together. Toes touch. Bend the knees. Sink the hips. Raise the arms back to chair. Notice the difference this time around. This left side chair. Sink in, settle in. Ground yourself. Shoulders pull down and back. Pressing into those heels. Lighten up on your toes. Smooth out your breath. Hands to heart center. Take a moment here just to stay grounded, to get ready to transition to warrior one as gently, as smoothly, with as much control as you can. Step that right foot to the back of the mat. Keep the bend in the left knee. Reach the arms up overhead, warrior one. Square your hips. Maybe just close your eyes here. Find that strength from within. You have it, you do. Keep checking in with that back leg, with those squared hips, with that smooth breath. Energy up through the fingertips. Spread your fingertips wide. Lengthen your arms. Arms to a T. Right arm under left this time. Find those eagle arms. Lift the elbows, lift the gaze. Shoulders stretch. And then waterfall down. Fall in. Find your lunge, fingertips to the floor, lift the back heel, pause here, lengthen here, send energy forward through your heart, through the crown of the head, lengthen the back legs, straighten it out, strengthen it. Go ahead and step that right foot forward to meet the left, half lift. Fold in. We're going to find that chair pose one last time, you guys. Third and final chair. Bend the knees, sink the hips, raise the arms. Settle in. This time, I'm going to face you. Just a few more breaths here. Let me make sure we're still on there. You guys hold. You guys hold. Nice place for me to take a break, right? Leave you on your own in that chair. Here we go. Find your fullest expression of chair here. Weight in the heels, peek down. If you can't see your toes, shift your weight. Hands to heart center. We're gonna find an arm balance here. If it's too much today, just take that prayer twist. Keep the knees in line with each other. Look over the right shoulder. If you wanna go for that side crow pose, bring those hands to the floor. Now, fingertips can face forward, or you can bring those hands where fingertips face the side wall. Maybe play with both, see what works better for you. Legs squeeze together. Drop those hands. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna point my fingers to the side. You're gonna look past your fingertips. Bend the elbows, shift your weight in that direction. Find that side crow pose. If you want a little more out of this, fallen angel, drop the cheek. Straighten that left leg up toward the sky. Maybe you're here in that side crow. Maybe you're in that prayer twist, nice and low. Or maybe side crow isn't working today and you want an arm balance. Just go for that center crow pose. Both hands in front of you.
When you're ready, back through center. We're just going to work it on the other side. So when you're ready, hands to heart. Hook and twist. Stay here or go for that side crow. Again, you can point the fingertips forward and find your side crow this way. I find it more challenging, so I'm going to point my fingertips toward the side wall. You might want to come all the way down like this. Instead of going from that chair twist, come into a deep squat. Then squeeze the knees together, plant the hands, look out in front of you, shift your weight that direction, and lift the feet. If you find it, you want more, drop the cheek and reach that right leg toward the sky, fallen angel. Come back. When you're ready, chair pose. Woo, good job, you guys. If you're still playing with it, keep playing with it. If you're ready to let it go, meet me back in chair. So notice if you're lifting your tailbone in chair or tucking, try instead to find a neutral space where the tailbone is lengthening toward the heels. Reach up through your fingertips. 5 more rounds of Ujjayi or full yogi breath. Long inhales, long exhales. Fill all the way up, empty all the way up. Straighten the legs, reach up, reach back, and fall forward. Woo! Nice job, you guys. Let's take those feet hip distance apart. Bind your big toes. Take an inhale to find length, flatten the back. Exhale, use the strength of your arms, pull yourself in. Go ahead and half lift. Release the toes. Take the palms under the soles of the feet. I'm going to bend my knees so that I can get my toes to touch my wrists. Once you find that, half lift, straighten the legs as much as you can, and then fold in. If knees are bent a lot, that's fine. That's fine. All right, guys, release the hands from under the feet, half lift. Plant the hands, step or hop back. Take another vinyasa with control. Nice, strong chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. So we kind of did a lot of arm strength today, but we're going to go back to that plank one last time just to finish nice and strong with our practice here. So top of a push-up. Spread your fingers as wide as you can. Press through your heels, lengthen, strengthen the legs. Look past the front edge of your mat. Pull the belly in and up. Nice strong plank. You can always take forearms if you need it or drop those knees down. You can do this, guys. This is it. Sometimes it's hard to be so still. Let's take those mountain climbers again. Right to left, step it back. Left to left, left to right. Step it back. Breathe, smooth it out. Last round. Left side. Plank pose, hold. Onto the forearms, hold. Drop your hips in line with shoulders. Nice and strong, this is it.
Let's go ahead and walk those feet toward the elbows. Dolphin pose. Option for that forearm stand if you have the energy left. Otherwise, stay here. 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees. Child's pose. Beautiful job, you guys. Downward facing dog. We're gonna find our backs. I'm just gonna use these blocks to work on my float through to seated. Any way you wanna get to seated, find your way there. Whew, arms are tired after all that. As you come onto your back, find your strap. Once you meet me on your back, let that left leg stay long. Bring the right knee in towards your chest and just take that strap around the sole of the right foot. Keep the shoulders down on the floor and just pull those toes towards your forehead. Now, we're all gonna look different. So your toes might actually be way down here, or they might be here. You know, I'm not that flexible in the hips. So this is my version. Find yours. Soften in the face and the shoulders. Let the shoulders kind of melt into the mat. This left arm, maybe let's open up the palm so we are open to receive some good energy. Letter B, taking that right foot out to the right side. So as we open up to the right, we also want to lift that right foot up toward our right shoulder. So can use a little strength in the arm to increase that stretch for you. Again, soften where you can. Back through center. This time we're gonna lift the shoulders, pull that foot toward our forehead, toward our nose, knee to nose maybe. A little more effort in that stretch. And then just cross it over the front of the body. Open that right arm up to the side. That left hand is holding onto that strap. If you have more flexibility and you can actually bind your toe or your foot with your hand, you don't need the strap. The strap's just if you need a little extra help to get deep into that stretch. Props are actually a wonderful thing to find more space in our body, to get us to a place that maybe we thought we couldn't get to, whether that's with floating through to seated, working on arm balances with blocks, using straps, using bolsters. Just like our breath, they're just another tool to get us deeper into our practice. Go ahead and come back through center, and we are just gonna switch sides. So release that strap from the right foot. Let the right leg go long, left knee toward the chest. Use the strap or bind the big toe if you have the flexibility. And then find that letter A, that first stretch. Shoulders stay down. Maybe right arm falls to the side, palm up. So we're working to get into that hamstring, to release some tension in the back of the leg, to create some space in our body. Letter B, open that leg up to the left side, also kind of reaching those left toes toward the left shoulder. So we want to create a lot of sensation in the body. Just like if your muscles are sore from other workouts, it's a good thing. But we don't want to create so much sensation that it's pain and that we're creating more problems for ourselves rather than healing. So enough sensation that it kind of forces you to turn that breath back on, to find that focus again. Letter C, come up through center. This time lift the shoulders, increase that stretch. And as you release, just cross that leg over. Open up with the left arm. Turn and look over your left shoulder. Nice job, you guys. Go ahead and release that left leg. I want you to decide what you need here at the end of class. Maybe it's as much as a headstand. If you crave an inversion, and this is your practice, you know, sometimes we tell ourselves, oh, I'll just do those later. This is your moment. So if you need a headstand, you need a handstand, you want to work on that arm balance again, you want to take that full wheel or bridge or happy baby, you decide what you need. We did a lot of arm work, a lot of leg work, so you might just be ready to go straight into that final surrender. Take about 5 to 10 breaths for yourself. To listen to your own intuition, your own body. When you're ready, meet me all the way on your back. Legs long. Arms resting, palms always up, open to receive. Once you find your way there, take a deep breath in through the nose. Find that breath retention at the top, hold it in. Press it out. Don't miss this part. Give yourself a moment to seal your practice. Take rest. Encourage you to actually stay right here the whole way through this final song, which is just a gong bath, if you have the playlist going. But if you're ready, blink the eyes open, add some movement with fingers and toes, wrists and ankles, and head from side to side. Go ahead and bend the knees, bring them up in towards your chest. Give yourself a really big hug. In any way you want to find yourself, to a seated pose. Again, I invite you to stay through this song. It's about 15 minutes long total. Otherwise, come to seated, bring your hands to heart center, bow the head, close the eyes. Hopefully
hopefully what this practice can do for you is just create that place of calm to bring you into the present moment where you are safe. You are calm, you are grounded, you are here. The light in me honors and bows to that same light in each of you. I hope you all take advantage of these practices and that they bring you something good. Whatever you get out of them, take it with you, share it. Share it with the people you come in contact with, which at this point is not very many. The light in me honors and bows to that same light in each of you. Namaste. Thanks, you guys. Enjoy the rest of your Monday. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the sunshine. Get outside. Breathe some fresh air. See you next time. Peace.